झालं चालू. Hello, good morning everybody. This is lecture 3 of DG. Let us take one or two more examples. Example number 8. Sketch the level sets F inverse C or n is equal to 0, 1 and 2 of the function which is given below at the heights indicated. The function is given to be f of x1, x2, x3, xn plus 1 is equal to x1 square plus x2 square upon 4 plus dot 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 plus xn plus 1 square upon n plus 1 square. And he has asked you to take the level set at the height c is equal to 1. So we want to find f inverse c, that is f inverse 1. Now recall the definition of f inverse c. F inverse c is equal to set of all ordered n plus 1 tuples x1 x2 dot 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 xn plus 1, where x1 square plus x2 square upon 4 plus dot 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 plus xn plus 1 square upon n plus 1 square is equal to c. Now first of all I will take n is equal to 0. See, you have to take first the values of n, then c. So for n is equal to 0, and c is equal to 1, he has given. For n is equal to 0, from the definition of the function, f of x1 is equal to x1 square. Therefore, f inverse 1 will be equal to set of all x1 belong to R such that x1 square is equal to 1. That is equal to set x1 belongs to R, where x1 is equal to plus or minus 1. So this level set is a set of points on the real line. How many points are there? In f inverse 1, there are only 2 points, plus 1 and minus 1. So this is our f inverse 1 for n is equal to 0. This f inverse 1 is a set containing 2 points only, minus 1 and plus 1. Now for n is equal to 1 and c is equal to 1, first of all let us see what is the function. So here n is equal to 1 means f of x1 x2 now. Now this function is defined on R2. For f of x1 x2 is equal to x1 square plus x2 square upon 4. And what is f inverse 1? Set of all ordered pairs x1 x2 where x1 square plus x2 square upon 4 is equal to 1. Now you know, you are familiar with this. This is the equation of the ellipse, namely x square upon a square plus y square upon b square is equal to 1. X means x1 and y means x2. So x1 square upon 1, that is 1 square, a square, plus x2 square upon 4 means 2 square. So this is the ellipse. See the ellipse. So this ellipse is our f inverse 1. All the points on the ellipse. Now take n is equal to 2, because he has given the values of n is equal to 0, 1 and 2. So for 2, what will happen? Now you will get a function defined on R3, means f of x1, x2, x3 is equal to, take one more term from the definition, x1 square plus x2 square upon 4 plus x3 square upon 9. See the definition. Then f inverse 1 will be set of x1, x2, x3. Now this will be in R3, this will be a solid figure. In R2, you get the curves in the plane, and in R, you get points. See the difference. So f inverse 1 is set of all x1, x2, x3 where x1 square, that is upon 1 square, plus x2 square upon 4 plus x3 square upon 9 is equal to 1. This is the equation of the solid known as ellipsoid. That is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square plus z square upon c square is equal to 1. You should have the knowledge of such solid figures. So this is the ellipsoid shown in the figure. So all the points on that solid, they form our set f inverse 1. Follow? So this is the level set at different heights. Now this example is an important one, theoretical type of example. Show that the graph of any function f from Rn to R. See the dimensions. F from Rn to R is a level set for some function capital F from Rn plus 1 to R. Now, here f is given as a function from Rn to R. Then, what will be the graph of f? Recall the definition of graph of f. It is, in graph of f, there is one dimension more. So, here the domain is Rn. So, graph will be set of all ordered n plus 1 tuples. So, graph f is equal to x1, x2 dot 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 xn plus 1, where the last coordinate, that is xn plus 1, is a function of the remaining coordinates. So, xn plus 1 is equal to f of x1, x2 dot 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 xn, which is equal to x1, x2 dot 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 xn plus 1, where xn plus 1 minus f of x1, x2 dot 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 xn is equal to 0. Now, we define a new function capital F from Rn plus 1 to R by, now the domain of this function is set of all ordered n plus 1 tuples. So, it will be capital F of x1, x2 dot 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 xn plus 1 is equal to xn plus 1 minus f of x1, x2, xn. This is our function. Now, for this function, recall the definition of F inverse C. So, here C is 0, I will take C is 0. So, here F inverse 0 will be set of all x1, x2 dot 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 xn plus 1 belonging to Rn plus 1 such that f of x1, x2 dot 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 xn plus 1 is equal to 0, which is equal to set of all x1, x2 dot 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 xn plus 1, where xn plus 1 minus small f of x1, x2 dot 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 xn is equal to 0. See the definition of capital F, I have put there, and is equal to 0. And what is this? See above the definition of graph of f. So, this is nothing but graph of f. So, that is the theoretical type of problem. So, graph of any function is a level set for some other function in the higher dimension. So, remember, graph is a level set for some function in the higher dimension. So, this is about chapter number 1. So, we have completed chapter number 1. This was a small chapter. Now, we shall define, shall start with the second chapter, that is vector fields, a vector field. So, let us start with that topic. So, first of all, we shall define a vector in Rn plus 1. Rn plus 1, see the dimension. Rn plus 1 means R cross R, n plus 1 times. For example, our real line is R, where n is equal to 0. So, it is R1 we call. Plane is R2, where n is equal to 1. Space, our space, 3 dimension space is R3, because it is set of ordered n 3 tuples, triplets. Plane is a set of ordered pairs. So, generalize this and consider a space Rn plus 1. What is Rn plus 1? It is a set of all ordered n plus 1 tuples. So, an element or a point in Rn plus 1 is described as P x1, x2, dot 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 xn plus 1. This is a single point, where all x1, x2, xn plus 1, they are real numbers, because it is Rn plus 1. Now, let capital V is equal to P small v, P small v, where small v is a vector in Rn plus 1. Geometrically, think of V as the vector V translated so that the tail is at P rather than at origin. So, see the figure P, at each point P a vector is defined, V. At each point P a vector V is defined. So, we call this as an ordered pair P, V. P is a point and V is a vector defined on that point. Consider Rpn plus 1. What is Rpn? This is new notation. What is Rpn plus 1? It is set of all vectors at the point P defined in Rn plus 1. At point P, we can define many vectors, change the directions and magnitudes. So these are the vectors, and this space is denoted by Rpn plus 1. So take two such vectors at P. Suppose one vector V is defined, and at P another vector say W is defined. Now, how can we add these vectors? PV plus PW is equal to P comma V plus W. So V and W, they will be addition of these two vectors. Now by triangle law or parallelogram of addition for vectors, you can find out V plus W. And here C is a scalar. If scalar is multiplied to P comma V, you will get a vector which is defined at P comma, that vector will be C times V, CV. CV is the vector. P is a point, CV is a vector. The vectors at P, all these vectors at P we have defined many vectors, say V, W, etc. That means they form, these vectors form a vector space which is denoted by Rpn plus 1. These are all vectors defined at the point P in Rn plus 1. All these vectors form a space, and that is a vector space whose dimension is n plus 1. Dimension of this vector space is n plus 1 with addition and scalar multiplication as defined above. See, addition and multiplication we have defined. Now, the set of all these vectors means what? P comma V1, P comma V2, dot P comma V n plus 1 vectors is a basis for Rpn plus 1. This is a basis for Rpn plus 1. So this basis contains n plus 1 vectors defined at the same point P, V1, V2, Vn plus 1, where these vectors V1, etc., Vn plus 1 is any basis for Rn plus 1. These are free vectors. So this is a basis for Rn plus 1. And if all these vectors are put at point P, then PV1, PV2, etc. will be a basis for Rpn plus 1. Now, we shall define dot product, cross product, length of a vector and so on in Rn plus 1. Given, so definition of dot product, given two vectors PV and PW at P. Now here all the vectors are defined at P in the space Rpn plus 1. So P comma V dot P comma V will be equal to what? Our usual dot product of the vectors V and W. P comma V dot P comma W is equal to V comma W, which is a scalar quantity. Similarly, cross product. You know, cross product of two vectors is again vector. So if at the point P there are two vectors defined, one is V and another is W at P, then their cross product on R3, let us consider R3 only, we can define it by P comma V cross P comma W is equal to, this is a vector, so it is also defined at the point P, it will be the third vector, P comma V cross W. Take the cross product of V and W. So since this is a vector, it is defined also at the point P. Now, length of the vector, the length of vector capital V is equal to P comma V at the point P is denoted by norm of V. In previous classes, 12th classes, you have defined this as mod V. Now in Rn plus it is denoted by norm of V, means length of that vector is equal to, as usual, it is square root of V dot V. It is square root of the dot product of the vector with itself. So it is V dot V raised to power 1/2. So what is capital V? Capital V means P comma small v. So it is P comma V dot P comma V raised to power 1/2. So this is the dot product. Now, angle between two vectors. Now this is not visible to you, sorry. Length of a vector we have defined. Now we can define the angle between two vectors. This is not visible, sorry. The angle between two vectors v, capital V is equal to p comma small v, and capital W is equal to p comma w is defined as cos theta. Theta is the angle between v and w. So as usual it is defined as cos theta is equal to v dot w, numerator is dot product, divided by norm v into norm w, means length of vector v into length of vector w. Now see,